All right, guys and gals, Crypto Kurt here, and I'm going through the INS token sale in this video, which is happening as we speak, and they're currently offering a 10% bonus, and the sale itself ends in 4 days, 1 hour, 35 minutes, and 50 seconds. So we're going to go through a couple things. We're going to look at the white paper, talk a little bit about what it is that they're trying to do, watch a quick little video, and then talk about getting in buying the tokens as well. So what are these guys trying to achieve? So it's the grocery industry reinvented, as they're calling it. The first global decentralized ecosystem directly connecting grocery manufacturers and consumers. So it's going to basically put you as a consumer directly in touch with the grocery manufacturers and kind of take the retail layer, if you will, out of the equation. And then they're going to use smart contracts to facilitate the payments using, of course, tokens, the INS tokens, and they are going to accept fiat and a couple of other tokens as well, which we'll look at. They talk quickly here about a strong team, and it does look like a pretty strong team. Some premier partners that they've set up, overwhelming interest, and a $300 billion market and growing. It actually is bigger than that when you look at some of the numbers. What I'm going to do is just play just a couple seconds of this video. This is one of the founders, and just hear what he has to say real quick.
Live in the Middle Ages of the grocery industry.
All right, let's try that again. A little bit of technical difficulty. It helps to turn the speakers on.
Consumers have no choice as retailers push goods onto them. In the 21st century, consumers should decide what products they want, what brands they need, whether to buy from local or national producers. And this is what we call the pull paradigm. It facilitates direct communication between consumers and manufacturers. And we believe retailers don't need to stand in between.
Okay, so this is how it works basically. Directly connects grocery manufacturers and consumers, overcomes retailer domination, offers a variety of smart contracts to facilitate operations, and uses the INS tokens as a means of consumer loyalty program rewards. They mention in the white paper that in Europe, that the grocery industry is basically owned by 4 primary suppliers. And I can give a good example in Australia. There's 2 big grocery players here, and then there's maybe 2 or 3 small little side chains, and then you got 7-Eleven. So in Australia, the grocery retail market is basically owned by 2 major players, again with a third and a fourth somewhere way down the line. So these retailers own this market, and I think it's going to be really interesting if you're going to be able to start purchasing through them. Without them, think of all the money that is put in place to keep the retail establishment, to keep the lights on, to keep the people working, blah, 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 blah. So again, by removing that retail labor, I think this is a really smart way of putting consumers directly in touch with the manufacturers themselves. So the 2 founders actually started their own kind of direct manufacturer to retail scenario in Russia a number of years ago. They've got 200 people working for them, and they've done these deals directly with these corporate clients. So they've been in the market in Russia doing this live, but doing it in a face-to-face scenario. So quite interesting that again they've got some really big backing as well. So we look at some of these investors, some big players in that space, but I wasn't really going to worry about the investors too much. I was really more interested in the advisors. So look at this. They have Bancor's co-founder and chief architect and head of product development. They have the founder and CEO of Transform Group. They have the CEO of Keynote, who's also a member of the Global Blockchain Council and founder at the North American Bitcoin Conference. Founder of Washman PR, blockchain-focused public relations company. Professor of International Management at Harvard Business School. Co-founder of Wings, one of the few working dApps on the Ethereum blockchain. Here you go, co-founder of Black Moon Financial Group, which was an ICO that came out earlier in the year, very successful, I believe. Again, on and on it goes. And then we have the team itself. So we've got Peter, Dimitri. I only looked at 4 of these people, so let's have a quick squiz at them. So this guy, Peter, again, what I do here is I'm looking to see if this thing was set, if they set these up to set these LinkedIn profiles up just to launch an ICO. He's got over 500 connections. He's liking things where IOTA clarifies it has no formal partnership with Microsoft. CEO and founder of InstaSmart, which is that grocery solution in Russia. It says, we provide customers with an assortment of over 30,000 items at shelf prices from trusted retailers with convenient same-day delivery. So there you go. Founder of INS, that's him. Investment manager, investment banker with Goldman Sachs. I don't know if that's good or bad. Goldman Sachs, Russia. Harvard Business School. Moscow State University. Volunteer experience. Number of people endorsing him. Recommendations. And then some publications. So they look, as I said, these profiles look live. This is the other co-founder. Sorry, this is the technology guy. Let me point out a couple of things that he's done. He's one of the founders, again, with that other company, University of London graduate. I thought these were interesting, though. Check this out. That's not the one? No, he's the other co-founder. Here you go. This is the Security and Smart Contract CTO, currently at ICO Box, also with INS. But look at some of the things this guy's done. Let me see. It comes down here. Here we go. Designed Argon 2, the winner of the password hashing competition. Designed Equihash, memory hard proof of work with fast verification used in Zcash. Demonstrated trade-off attacks on password hashing schemes, Katina and Lyra 2. Developed several attacks on Bitcoin and showed how to prohibit Bitcoin users from using Tor. Designed the first parallelizable online authenticated encryption scheme, PAEQ, with tunable security, and designed several secure white box cryptography schemes which include a memory hard cipher and tunable memory requirements and a polynomial-based non-invertible scheme. Look, if I want someone to try to keep me secure, I want someone who's done this kind of stuff. So I think that's pretty cool to have, that level of experience on the team as the CTO. And then lastly was the marketing chick, the PR girl. Again, seems to be a legit profile. She's won some awards, been around, got lots of years of experience. Again, mainly in Russia, of course, because it is primarily a Russian team. So yeah, again, everything looks up to scratch with these guys, but as with usual, you need to go do your own due diligence as well. If we look at the token structure, after the ICO period, all contributors will receive an ERC20 exchangeable INS tokens on the Ethereum network. Whenever the INS blockchain is launched with its own token mechanism, the ERC20 token will always be accepted for exchange to a new token one-to-one. The INS token is a core component of the INS system and is designed to facilitate all kinds of operations that make the token an integral part of the ecosystem and the driver for its economy. The INS token is fractionally divisible, transferable, and fungible. The token balances and transfers will be tracked by INS. In the case of any force majeure, such as large token theft, contract compromise, or disrupting change of Ethereum protocol, INS may opt to freeze token transfers and issue a new token contract with balances replacing that of the original token registry by a certain date. In case of an Ethereum fork, INS will properly announce which branch it will support. So obviously these guys are coming from experience in working on the blockchain. They've got some plans in place and some plans for unforeseen changes in the ecosystem, which I think is great. The token itself, the INS token, is planned to be the only means of exchange for handling all types of rewards and one of the means of payment within the INS ecosystem. We plan that INS tokens will be accepted as a payment method in partner services as well. So you can see manufacturers, consumers, and the INS platform will all use them. To place an order on the system, consumers choose products to buy, specify delivery details, and pay in fiat, Bitcoin, ETH, or INS tokens. Depending on the payment method, consumers will be eligible to different prices and rewards. You can see here fiat currencies general prices plus 2 to 3% card fees, BTC and ETH general prices plus transaction fees, and then INS tokens general prices plus almost 0% transaction fee. So there will be a slight transaction fee, and to be honest, if you're going to transfer INS tokens into the platform, obviously you're going to have to use some gas to get the tokens across there as well. Okay, so details on the token sale itself. So the start date was back on December 4th. Again, there's 4 days left. Payment methods, BTC, ETH, LTC, Dash, and USD bank transfer. They're at about 90% of the sale so far, so it may not even go until the 25th. I reckon they'll probably sell out before it gets to the end of the ICO. Total purchase or total supply that's going to be provided is 50 million. You can see the contribution bonuses that they're offering. We currently are in week 2, so there's a 10% bonus. You'll see that there's a referral link from my account as well, and if you click on the referral link, you get an extra 3% bonus on top of that. So if you are interested, if you have not got INS yet, and you are interested, make sure you do the referral link, and again, I'll get a little bonus, and you'll get 3% extra tokens as well. Let's see. The exact number of tokens generated depends on the amount of funds contributed. Again, they're 90% there, so I guess the 50 million are going to be created. There's no token creation, minting, or mining after the end of the ICO period. Tokens will be transferable once the ICO is completed. If the soft cap is not reached, funds will be returned to participants. Well, that's not going to happen. And upon reaching the hard cap, the ICO will end immediately. This is the distribution model. 60% go to the ICO participants, 15% goes to the team, 5% to advisors and bounty, 20% goes into a reserve fund. The INS team tokens are actually locked for 2 years with 4 6-month vesting periods, which means they can't go and dump them on the market for us. Advisors and early supporters tokens are locked for 6 months. Same issue there. And the reserve funds token distribution will start in 2019, last for up to 2 years, with the primary goal to incentivize new customers to join and accelerate adoption of the INS ecosystem by broad audiences. Now, this is something that I actually did a video on. It was a mysterious token that ended up in my my Ether wallet account, and it was the INSP token. And what these tokens do is they allow you to get, yet again, an extra 5% bonus when you purchase on the ICO. What you have to do is you have to go into your MyEther wallet. You have to add a custom token so you can see them, and then you have to send the INSP tokens over to your INS account. And I'm going to bring up some instructions on how to do that in just a second. The last thing we'll look at in the white paper is the roadmap. So you can see Q2, the concept was created. Q3, INS got confirmed interest. Q4, they're doing the ICO. Q1 2018, development of the INS platform. Q2, development of the consumer and fulfillment apps. Q3, development of the supplier SDK. Q4 is a launch in 2019 and beyond. So you do need to be aware that it is one of those things where you're going to put your money in now. The tokens are going to start trading as soon as the ICO is completed, but you're probably not going to see any real growth in value in these things for possibly another 12 months. So, you might have to decide, well, am I better getting in on the ICO and trying to get some of these extra bonuses to get some extra tokens, or are you better off hanging on to your Litecoin, ETH, or Bitcoin, knowing that they're going to appreciate in value, or assuming they're going to appreciate in value based on recent trends, and maybe purchase these coins on the open market? So that's that is a fair decision that you would need to make on your own. So what about these INSP tokens? How does that work? Okay, so this is an article that they posted on Medium. I have some INSP, so let's assume that you have already gone to your MyEther wallet. You've looked, you've added the things. Again, I'll put the link to this instruction article in the description of the video as well, because again, it walks you through how to go view the tokens, how to do a custom token. It takes you through all that stuff. And once you've transferred the INSP tokens, you get an extra 5% bonus based on whatever you purchase. Now I'll take you over into my INS token purchase account. So once you log in here, in the top on the top right-hand side, you're going to see a link that says Profile. You click on your profile, and you come into this bit here, and this is where you get your address. So this is where you you can see your promo token balance is 0. I haven't transferred any yet. The 5% INSP token extra bonus will be applied automatically once your promo token balance is positive. But the extra bonus does, what does it say? If your promo token bonus is positive, but the extra bonuses does not work, insert INS promo into add promo code field in step 3 in the dashboard. And then they do have a KYC situation. Unfortunately, again, if you're in America, you're not going to be able to get in on this unless you know how to circumvent that. And again, there's ways to do that if you're in the know. So one of those things where I think, well, I've already gone ahead and bought a little bit. Obviously, I'm doing this promo video, see if we can get some people to sign up and possibly get a little bit of bonus my way as well. But I think it's just a really interesting concept. I know there's another, I think there's another ICO out pretty much at the same time, or it might be over, but there's another mob that's trying to do the same thing. I think we're going to see more and more and more of this type of thing where, you know, the blockchain is going to remove all the middlemen, and it's in so many industries, and it's just really interesting to see how that plays out. So I tell you what, if you're a middle manager these days, you better be investing in cryptos, because 5 or 10 years from now, you may not have an opportunity. The whole middle layer is going to disappear. And again, that's the evolution of the world, and that's where cryptos is taking us. So once again, guys, Crypto Kurt here, going through the INS ICO. Again, you need to decide whether this is for you or not. Do your own homework. This video is just to help you a little bit understand more about what they're about, give you an insight into how it all works, and make sure that if you did have 0.1 ETH in an ERC20 token, you will have some INSP promo tokens, and each one of those tokens will provide you a 5% bonus if you do multiple purchases. All right, guys, that's it. Crypto Kurt out. Hope this was helpful.